I can already hear squelching. You guys ready for a good squelching?
You
What
like
about salt
squelch. You like some.
I like Schweppes, not squelch.
Squelch your thirst.
You gotta squelch your thirst. Alright, just post up that we're live here.
This sounds like
You guys can all hear the
disgusting
squelching, right?
vape.
I
Yeah.
hear squelching.
Yeah, yeah.
Sounds
Welchers
like,
is my favorite juice.
Squelchers.
Yeah.
decided to go and squelch elsewhere.
I was gonna ask, was that from the game or is that from like Sage's spider lady girlfriend or in the back room or whatever?
Oh, definitely when she's all sloppy.
Well, sometimes you only know she's
Damn it,
in the
we
room
just
because you hear
started.
the sound of her mercilessly fucking herself with a dildo. Because it'd be like up in a corner or something.
Yeah, just go like whole 8 dildos just going out. You know?
8 dildos. Yeah, you've been pegged 8 times at once.
What?
Holy shit, dude. Yeah.
That's risky, man.
I'm gonna just say right now, anybody that did that would be fucking dead.
That's why I'm amazed you're alive.
Yeah. How are you doing this today, dude?
I'm not. No, I'm not. No.
Are you a ghost? A ghost who died of pegging?
Oh my god.
Died of spider pegging. That's what I'll put on your
Yeah.
tombstone.
Don't
I
ever,
fucking hate you.
don't ever walk in on Sage in the shower or you'll see his impact crater, dude.
Let me see.
It's just like the Olympus Mons. The bubble.
Okay, no, we already went down there.
Oh, this was the thing I just told Alex about before he got here.
Yeah.
I was thinking of, this was kind of a pot joke monster,
Okay.
but we already had Potsy the pot dragon,
Yeah.
on Earth F. And then I was thinking, well, what's like the evil sort of deity, bad trip version monster? And I thought of like an eldritch creature and I thought of like Shuma Gorath. And that, this big jellyfish monster in another dimension.
Yeah.
So I thought about calling him Shooby Dooby Gorath.
I approve.
And he's also referred to as the Great Shooby Dooby by or whatever.
Yeah.
And he'll also have like hellhounds kind of from his dimension that'll appear on Earth F. Speaking to people kind of Donnie Darko style, like only they will see them. And it'll be this talking hound,
Yeah.
talking to him. And that one, I think of there just being kind of one emissary of Shooby Dooby Gorath, and this one's called Shooby Dooby Doo. And you'll be talking to him, and you'll be like, in a demonic voice, and she'll be like, I want the hand of your first son, and shit like that. And like, can I please give you anything else? And like, do you have some Shooby Dooby sex? It's just...
And there's the thing about hellhounds where supposedly, like, even when you can't see them, you can, like, sort of smell, like, smoke and, like, sulfur and stuff.
Oh,
So you can
sure.
do the thing where they just smell.
It's just weed smoke.
Yeah, like a blood. That'd be awesome.
Let's see.
He's like, man, I don't know where this awesome invisible blood smells.
That's how they lure people.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's
I like that.
what, I'm just trying to remember here.
So I think we'll have some good stoner comedy on Earth F as well.
Makes sense.
Oh, for sure. What's everything here?
Or stoner advice, right?
Basically. Not as,
So, wait, did we go up to the second floor at all yet, or is that still? No, we haven't gone up to the second floor.
Somebody needs to wash your fucking walls.
Yeah, seriously, man. When's the cleaning lady coming?
I don't think you're getting a cleaning lady in Silent Hill.
You better.
Don't fucking kill her.
I don't know,
What are you
man.
talking to me about? I didn't fucking do anything.
I'd make a complaint with the city.
I just wandered into this town. I don't know. You guys can't blame the shit on me.
I mean, we don't know what you're doing in the town before the game started.
Yeah, we really.
No, I wasn't in the town.
we don't know if you shoved that guy in that fridge or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
They
might have
haven't
done
seen
that.
that yet.
Probably something you did.
Well, I guess they saw it in the original. But...
The one thing, like you were saying, I hope in the cutscenes we get to see him wearing the big dog head.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I hope it's in the cutscenes.
That's what made him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
But this is kind of funny, but we're not. I mean, it's funny when his head turns red like that.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. See, I've got a hat too, bitch. Yeah, what do you got? What do you got, Pyramid Head? Shit in here. Have you?
Yeah. So there's become a less mold.
So that's where the clock puzzle was in the original game. So it's like, yeah, there's like little things you'll find here and there where you will. It's like they've moved things around, but there's like kind of a recognition of the fact that something was in that spot originally.
It'd be funny if to psychologically reflect you now that you're wearing the dog head. If Pyramid Head's pyramid was more like the shape of a fire hydrant or something like that.
Because I gotta pee on that
Yeah, I get it.
hydrant. It's all about I just gotta pee on Pyramid Head.
That's somebody's bad.
I'm sure it is.
Getting peed on?
No, peeing up here.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. Oh, that's a little more specific. I was gonna say. I know that's.
Oh, yeah. Old shower.
Golden shower head.
I wonder if that's also country specific with the poo stuff.
I don't know of a country.
Did you say the poo office?
Poo stuff.
No, he's just
Oh.
saying like Germany about getting
Yeah.
pooped on. He was
Yeah.
wondering if there's a country about getting peed on.
Yeah.
Oh, probably.
France, I think.
Really? There's a...
I would think.
Oh,
I mean,
well, they're not.
they didn't all smell like
I was gonna say they might not be bathing afterwards. If that's your argument.
It's sterile, at least, you know.
Yeah.
And they like the way it tastes.
Yeah, it's definitely France for you.
Oh, the spine is a little...
Yeah.
Let me unzip my pants.
Still probably cleaner than the water in the Seine.
Yeah, that's probably true.
That was so funny when people were trying to time their shits so that it would flow down the Seine at the
Oh, that was
exact
amazing.
moment when Macron was going to take a swim.
Oh,
People
French
upriver
friends,
upriver timing their shits.
Yeah, they had like a phone app for us.
There's an app for that. You want to shit on the Prime Minister?
Ooh,
The return of the sausages.
Let's see. Over here.
I can't wait to see that guy in the fridge again.
what?
I had a lot of questions about that guy in the fridge.
Michael got very stuck on the guy in the fridge.
Understandable.
I was badgering him for questions about that. For
I think
30 minutes.
It was just an Indiana Jones cosplay gone wrong.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, I do. I want to know the exact particulars of it.
God, that really fucked up.
Look at me, guys. I'm Indiana Jones. Guys!
Sorry, buddy, you're not old enough. Gotta be like 95 now.
Did you see the Dial of Destiny, you guys?
No.
No. I was wondering what your thoughts were with it.
Yeah, I know a little bit of
Did you see it?
But yeah,
How
it.
was
What do you
it?
think?
I did hear, it was better
Something.
than Crystal Skull. I did hear people say it was better.
I kind of like the Crystal Skull a little bit more.
Oh,
Okay.
shit, wow.
Wow.
Just because it's so it's like the most depressing, devoid of any entertainment Indiana Jones they've made. They're like, what if Indiana Jones was so old that he just hated his life and wanted to commit suicide? Like,
So what if Indiana Jones was literally not even remotely kind of fun?
Yeah. It's like, what if
What if Indiana Jones crossed over with Jack the Horse?
Yeah.
What if an Indiana Jones movie was just the first 10 minutes of fun?
Yeah, it's kind of, it was like that, was like the whole movie. And it was like the Antikythera machine, computer was like a time machine. And
Yeah, you know, the ancient Greeks were building some time machines.
It wasn't just an astrolabe we haven't figured out yet.
Right.
At least they didn't say aliens did it.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. But then Indy, he met,
That's because they've already established it before the movie, so they don't even need to say it.
Indy met Socrates or Aristotle or somebody. And
Socrates is like, holy shit, you're even older than me.
I can't remember now if Socrates was just speaking English or not, or like what was going on.
It was probably Aristotle.
Aristotle, yeah.
Because they went back to the...
Yeah.
Did they have Aristotle's giant death laser?
No.
Oh, that's historically accurate, huh?
Yeah, nothing, you know.
I'd like to see Aristotle with a giant death laser.
Well, you know, that's one of the things that's in the actual, like, history of the time is supposedly he had rigged up some sort of machine that would, like, emit a beam and set the Roman ships on fire.
Yeah, it was like mirrors that would concentrate the sunlight.
We don't know, like, exactly what it was or how true that was, but, you know, it's something that the history can agree on.
Yeah,
I do know that he did actually he built giant claw machines that like, yank ships on the water and like smash them on the rocks.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Was it rigged so you could never get a ship? Let's not party. Just a trophy for shooting all those balloons.
When the Romans first started to get into naval combat, it's pretty interesting. Because they had no idea what to do to fight Carthage, because they didn't have a navy and they didn't know how to fight at sea. So they just copied their ships, and then instead of figuring out how to fight at sea, they put these big drawbridges on the ship, so they would just drop it onto the deck of the next ship and just relied on their land fighting ability.
They literally crewed the ships with like legionnaires.
Yeah, they had no idea. Eventually they built a real navy and shit like that, but
The stupid part though didn't work. The Carthaginians absolutely slaughtered.
The first time that thing showed up, the Carthaginians got humiliated. They took like 30 ships and then the Carthaginians ran away.
The Carthaginians like consistently lost every major naval battle against the Romans, despite supposedly being a naval power.
Yep, and the Romans knowing nothing about naval combat at all.
But things evened out because the Romans didn't actually know how to sail, so they just sailed right into a storm after winning a battle.
Yes. Yeah, they did lose more ships to storms than they did the Carthaginians, that's for sure.
It was kind of stunningly the top of them.
Yeah, well, and the Romans, I mean, most historians will tell you there was nothing special about the Roman Republic in the early days, except for the fact that they could convince their people to keep fighting, because they would constantly lose battles or have major issues or whatever, but then the other kingdoms couldn't summon another army and they'd call up like 3.
And it helped that a lot of their opponents at the time either just didn't have the resources or the willpower to counter that.
Right. But even in the Pyrrhic War,
the
Pyrrhus was kind of an idiot, but Pyrrhus also easily should have been able to win against any other country at the time.
The thing is, he kept trying, but he'd show up, he'd get somewhere in a war, and then things would get a little difficult. He'd be like, "Fuck this, I'm out. On to the next thing."
Yeah, but even when he first showed up in Italy and had his 3 battles and won all 3 of them against another kingdom, you know, after that first or maybe the second battle, 2 victories would have just caused another kingdom to capitulate at the time. It's just the Romans were so stubborn, they wouldn't even negotiate after a defeat. They just go back and raise another army and come back.
Well, we're doing all pretty good, I think, Afternoon Tune. How are you doing today?
We're just having a little history discussion about Pyrrhus.
Yeah.
You never know when we're going to be talking about something fucking stupid or that.
Pyrrhus is kind of...
Wow.
He was an amazing tactician and a terrible strategist.
Terrible strategist. And then he decided to go after Macedon, and he was not ready for it. ditched Rome entirely, decided to go and fight Macedon, and just got himself killed immediately.
He got killed by a roof.
Yeah, he did get
He got killed by a roof
He-
tile.
It was
That's
literally
amazing.
a
old lady.
grandson
Yeah,
in
just
building, was watching him fight like her grandson or something, and she was like, "I'm not going to let this motherfucker kill my grandson." She picked up a roof tile and threw it at him.
And that killed him.
Caved his
That
head
killed
right
him.
in.
Oh yeah,
That's pretty incredible.
and he was considered to be like the rising powerhouse of ancient Greece at the time.
Yeah.
Just unrivaled almost. And then yeah, he just got crushed by a roof tile.
Well, if you didn't know much about Roman history, there's a little extra tidbit for you.
Damn.
But yeah,
How do you celebrate a great king after he gets his head caved in with a roof tile, though? You
don't.
really like put up a...
What's the mask called? This is the Mira mask. Specifically named after something that is in the original game.
You can't trust that early Roman history at all, though.
That's true.
It's...
Bullshit.
I mean, the events that they're describing always happened, but they're always covering their asses. Because there's nothing Rome liked better than to break treaties or, like, sneak around stuff, but then they had to be like, no, we didn't do that. We're an honorable people.
Because what Roman history was, first and foremost, was propaganda.
Yep.
And so, yeah, it would cover events that were real, but it would always have a spin on it that was, designed in such a way to promote whatever the ideals of the current emperor were.
And, like, if you talk about, like, the earliest days of the Republic, like, all you have is Livy, who wasn't even a historian. He was, like, an unabashed propagandist. Like, he didn't deny that he was just, that's basically what he basically considered it. Nah, making stuff up is, a strong way to put it, but he never denied that he was there solely for putting the best spin on Roman history possible.
I mean, that is one thing about the Roman historians. They're pretty out proud, but like, yeah, Rome's the best. This book's meant to reflect that. Like, they wouldn't lie to you.
I mean, they'd lie about what happened. They'd lie about what happened, kind of. At least in the details of it, yeah. Like, they might put a little thing in there about how this town actually asked Rome to come and save them, which you can't always be sure was true.
Well, I guess that's kind of more. That's exactly what I was thinking of. I love the chainsaw, just a one-hit kills everything.
Yeah.
We'll make the stream playthrough probably a bit shorter than the.
Oh, it's good. It's long, that game.
It's like 2 to 3 times as long as the original version.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of fluffing.
I'm like it. Nick?
No,
Alright, this
not
audio
on my
running.
day.
Would you call yourself a fluffer, Sim?
No, I would not.
Do you need a fluffer to get it up for your spider wife? Or
Do you have a spider fluffer?
do you need a spider to fluff you before you have normal sex?
That's a good question.
No, no, I don't.
I'll be out in a minute, honey. I'm really looking forward to it.
God damn it.
No, suck it, you beautiful spider sled.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, do that thing I like with your spinnerets.
Stick your spinneret in it.
No. Fuck out of here with that shit.
You never have a spider dock your penis? Or
No,
Silk.
Oh,
I can't say I have.
They're getting the jump rope stuck up there.
That's
Oh,
how
Jesus
Sage
Christ.
is. That's how Sage preps for his favorite bedroom trick, man. He gets Spider to squirt all the silk in there, and he's like, "Whoa, where's it coming from?"
Ew. Oh, that is.
like the scars. It's like,
Yeah.
You guys are gross.
Does she give you a scarf as coming out of the silk that's coming out of your dick?
oh,
I've never been there to
Do you
see
ever
it,
wear
so.
your own dick scarf?
yeah, you wear your dick scarf, dude.
How do you make dick socks?
Have we already passed the fridge?
No.
Okay.
No, we
Thank
haven't gotten the same.
I knit you these socks from my own penis.
Michael, he had a very hard time believing that somebody got killed and then they fell backwards into a fridge.
I want to see
as they
again if his body is slotted in between the fridge shelves. That's what I'm concerned about.
Okay.
That's the detail that would concern me.
See, I'm pretty sure that this was an Indiana Jones cosplay guy. I'm still stuck.
Right. I don't think it's just some regular homicide.
I'll have to see what this hat looks like.
Exactly.
What's the best boss fight?
Ooh, best boss fight in the game? I would say the one in the labyrinth is probably the best one. That one's really, really fucking well designed and fucking.
Oh shit! You got canned juice. Is there somebody in the washing machine?
It's turned on to try and scare us.
Laundry.
In space.
What is Silent Hill going to say?
I don't know.
Come on, all the good franchises go to space.
I think you probably could do some cool psychological horror on the space station.
Oh, for
That's
sure.
best.
There's been plenty.
Yes.
I mean, Silent Hill is also a specific place too, which is.
So what if it's on Mars?
It could be called the Silent Hill Space Station.
Yeah. What if the Earth blows up and there's just one little like chunk of like that's floating around in space, and that's what's Silent Hill is?
That's not bad.
Could be, I guess.
Silent asteroid.
Yeah.
I really feel like you have Dead Space.
I mean, Dead Space is good, but like they all have to go to space.
They do. That is-
Everybody's got to go to space.
yeah.
It's like Beetlejuice has got to go tropical.
Does
Wait.
Beetlejuice go to space yet?
Waiting for
Not
Lord
yet,
of the
dude.
Rings in space. The
Lord of the
next
Rings.
season of Rings of Power.
Fuck you. You put Lord of the Rings in space.
Rings of Power would do it.
Absolutely would. Well, all the elves left for another planet, you know.
I love the story.
You want to watch Lord of the Rings in space?
I'm gonna fucking watch it, but I wouldn't be happy about it.
Oh, here's the fridge. Is this okay?
There's a hand.
So it looks like he got up in between some shelves a little bit.
I don't think it does.
They pushed him into the fridge after he was dead and then threw the other crap on top of him.
So like he just
What's
like
he
sort
holding
of,
on to?
Is he holding something?
His hand is through.
I think his hand is through the glass panel on that shelf. Like it's been like pushed through the glass.
Maybe he was fighting the fridge.
That's what yeah, right. Exactly. This wasn't as vanilla as you think it was.
No, it was.
We don't know what you know.
God damn it.
I don't know, man. I really do think he might have been having a fight with the fridge.
Yeah.
He lost, that's for sure.
I think, like, I was telling Sage, I think he suffered his dying, a blow from the other guy, and then was like, I want to die where I was always most happy, and kind of fell, slotted himself
I
in
think
between those shelves.
he was doing maintenance work on the fridge.
Right,
He had a
right.
heart attack while he was on
That's what I was saying. I was saying he was in between the shelves, he was working on some shit,
I think maybe some spooky monster popped out and he was like, oh, just died, The monster's like, oh shit, I didn't mean to kill you.
Yeah, this classic white shelving killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I think all the guys are with me on this one.
What is the official explanation for this thing?
Eddie fucking just murdered him.
But how does that happen exactly?
You fall in back and then the shit collapses.
Yeah, what you're saying
It's not
is
very
because he
complicated.
unintentionally caused him a heart attack. That wouldn't be murder, though. That would be homicide.
Yeah.
No, he definitely did it on
I'm
purpose.
still not ruling out that this was a suicide
He
situation.
knew he would have a heart attack in the fridge?
Yeah.
No, he just murdered him. Either with a
Did he
gun
then throw all
or...
the other shit on top of the body? Is he, like, kind of rearranged
It's just,
it?
those shelves are up at the top, and that they just fell on him after he fell
See,
in.
I don't know.
No,
Back
fridge
into
is
the
big
fridge.
enough for that. That
Right, right. Yeah. The stuff is sitting.
No one else in the world fucking is questioning this.
I was very confused when I first saw this.
There's nothing confusing about
That stuff is still sitting like level on the shelf. It's not like it slid out like
Yeah.
it
If he
fell
was
down.
standing up when he
Yeah.
was killed,
Yeah.
right,
Mhm.
his body and head would have hit those racks and been on top of them.
Yeah, he'd be on top of all the racks. I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't know.
He doesn't get under one rack. How's that?
Look, we need to go full CSI on this.
Exactly.
Enhance.
Thank you. I am so happy that
There's
everybody
two
has a-
shelves on top of them. They're the shelves that were at the top of the fridge.
But
He
that
falls
would,
into it, and
that
they
would
fall
mean
on
that
top
the
of him.
fridge is taller than he is.
Right.
No,
Like a
because
lot.
he's falling down and backwards when he fucking gets murdered.
That would just not match up with the angle the body's in.
I don't
Yeah.
know, man. If you take a look at
Don't
the
you fuck-
trajectories here,
Yeah.
you know, to be perfectly honest.
This is clearly where he was most happy.
So you're
Life
saying-
was in the fridge.
So you're saying he got in a fight, Sage?
Yes,
Yeah,
Eddie.
right.
Eddie fucking killed this guy.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I don't even will buy that.
And then he was flung back into the fridge,
Uh-huh.
and he landed in between the shelves.
Yes. How does he get in between the
Yeah,
shelves? Thank
exactly.
you. Thank you. Oh my god, I feel so seen. Sage was talking to me like I was some kind of asshole. I was like, oh no,
That's
mother.
like,
So wait,
No,
you're
you're
saying-
not an asshole. You're just crazy.
So you're saying he flew back, slotted in under this shelf, and then pulled it down on top of himself?
yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
I
You
don't
just fall backwards, and then your shit
Well, how
falls
did
on
he
top
get-
of you.
how-
He would have had to
How
have
did he
flown
get the
backwards
shelf out?
horizontally, and
Yeah.
then slid across the floor.
Yeah, dude. And how
It
did
is not this
how did he
complicated.
remove
It
the
is
shelf?
it's
How did he
very
remove? So
complicated.
you're saying he hit the shelf? What? He punched through it, like pulled it out, and then pulled that shelf down on top of him?
Yeah. How does his body angle into
Yeah.
that fridge without hitting the top shelves
Okay,
first? Anyway?
Right? Yeah. He
How
should
tall
be
is the
laying.
fridge?
He should be laying on the top shelf.
Yeah.
Like, the top shelf should be behind him if he was flung back into this fridge.
Yeah.
I was telling Sage, if I was the detective that first arrived at the scene, I'd be like, how the fuck did this happen?
Yeah, I mean, I got questions.
I think it's very.
I
simple.
think the killer artfully arranged this after
Yeah.
the body was
Well, like
overturned.
Hannibal style.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like plating on a murder, you know?
Yeah. dude.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is a message about, like, I don't know, this dude was like
It's
so
about
fat, he
what a
knows
fat.
he's
Yeah,
dead,
it's
so-
about what a fat fuck he is.
Yeah.
dude.
Well, it's
Hoisted-
Eddie is.
hoisted on his own petard, dude. Like,
By a retard.
Yeah.
By a retard.
Oh, John said. But I mean, you know, look at this tiny ass fridge. You
So
expect
tiny.
me to believe that he fell backwards
Yeah.
next to the
A
fridge.
full-size man will not go and fit into that shit
Yeah,
unless he
come
puts in
on.
there.
That's a tiny ass. That's a micro fridge.
Yeah. Look at the facts, Sage. Look at the fridge facts, man.
I think Sage killed him. He's trying to cover it.
I think
Oh,
so.
really?
Yeah.
I think you fucked his spider on his corpse.
He walked in on
No,
you,
you fucked
fucking
his
his
spider.
spider, and he was like, "What the fuck are you
It
doing?"
wasn't me. I didn't do it. I didn't do it, I swear.
This is the poor innocent bystander who saw you fuck that spider.
I didn't do
No,
it.
this is definitely the guy that killed that guy. That is a bat.
I didn't do
That's
it. I swear I didn't kill him.
It's all right. I'm not saying. My name is James. James
There's even like a dog collar under the head
That's
too.
amazing.
Eddie,
Eddie. Okay.
You see why I didn't want this to be your first time.
Yeah,
seeing
no, I would not be
everything.
able to take it seriously, for
I'm
sure.
from this town. It's just...
I mean, I couldn't take it seriously because of the fridge thing that I was still stuck on.
You're all insane.
No, that fridge is.
Why has not one other person ever brought this up?
Because
I don't
For
know.
23 years,
I came here.
this has not been brought up
Maybe it's
ever
conspiracy.
anyway.
And I found the guy in the fridge.
yeah, so,
We're just the first people, you know, who were able to like look at what the government is trying to hide from us.
we're the first people
Oh,
willing to
okay.
speak truth to power.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're in on it, man. You're trying to silence us.
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, you're part of the Frigidaire fucking
Frigidaire.
communist conspiracy here, not communist, but capitalist
You want to
conspiracy.
come with?
You're trying to sell
Maybe together
fridges
we
just
can
like all
find a
those
way
other
out of this
folks.
town.
I can't leave.
Lying to people about the dangers of fridges, dude.
Yeah,
Oh
man.
my god. Just for a few extra
I need to
bucks.
find
you
something.
piece of shit.
They paying you in spiders?
Is this a spider thing? Your spider girlfriend get you involved in this
No
whole
spider.
thing, dude?
Yeah.
You too.
Jesus, I told you can't be hanging out with those scummy ass spiders, dude.
They're dragging you down, man.
You're rubbing off on them, and they're rubbing off on you. Dude.
Oh my god.
Don't get taken off on the web. You can't work your way up.
Can we look at the fridge one more time before we go? I just
Yes,
wanna-
fine.
I have fridge
Yes.
questions.
Sweet, thank you.
Eddie,
I bet we're not the only people who have asked this question.
We can't.
Not
In 23 years, and like 1,000 video analysis essays, I have not heard one person ever say anything.
They're talking
Because you're listening to mainstream media.
God damn it. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I mean, look at this
Come
shit.
on,
It just
man.
doesn't make sense. Dude.
It's so not
We're in
complicated.
like grassy knoll.
This is, dude.
This is
This is-
not complicated at all.
It was JFK, and then this is like the most elaborate American hoax perpetrated against the American people.
We are leaving this apartment.
Come on, what the fuck?
State doesn't want you to know.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
why'd you become such a shill, man?
You used to be cool.
Yeah. No, I wasn't. Yeah, I mean, you're listening to video analysis talking about the deep themes of the game and shit. Nobody ever questioned that fridge.
No one ever did.
How many of those deep theme analysis videos talked about
Hey,
They definitely brought him up.
Sage.
Did you find someone talking about it?
In the Silent Hill forums.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You never read
These
the
people-
book. It was right there.
These people all seem to believe that guy is Eddie's first victim and that he stuffed him in the fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
stop
said
it.
he got hit and
Yeah, you
fell
said
into
that it
the
was a
fridge.
coincidence.
We were the ones saying he was
We
stuffed
actually
in the
proposed
fridge.
that maybe the
Yeah.
killer had set it up as a scene.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you said it was just an accident that he was in the fridge like
Yeah, that
that.
he got punched or killed or something. He just happened to fall back, or
Well, if
But
you
we-
leave him directly in front of the thing, where is he going to fall?
But
on
like,
the top
we,
shelf. That's
like,
fair.
yeah.
we all
It's
said,
not like he has his
we all
dying. He's
said
like, oh,
he
let me
looked like
fit in
he'd
between
been
these shelves.
put in the fridge. He looked like he'd
Uh-huh.
been put in the fridge.
Yeah.
Not he fell into
Uh-huh.
the fridge.
That was something that we said. You were
That's
like,
what
no,
and you were like, no, I
that's
think he just
stupid.
fell in the fridge. You know, sometimes you slip and fall in the fridge.
Yeah,
Is that happened to you, say?
yeah.
Has
No, that does not ever
Has
happen.
this ever happened to you?
He was put in there by
They
big
make
refrigerator
infomercial products
business.
for people like
Big refrigerator business. Huh?
They make that infomercial shit for people like you. Can't even navigate a kitchen without falling and dying in the fridge.
Hell, yeah, it's refrigerated. I can't get up.
Yeah, if it was a tiny old lady, I could maybe see it happen.
Uh-huh.
That was
She's
a,
like 3 feet tall.
yeah. That was a full-grown message. Makes no
Uh-huh.
sense.
At the end of the day, Michael, I think you won this argument.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you were right the whole time.
I know, I felt like a crazy asshole just for like an hour. They just tell me, like, dude, just stop talking about the fridge.
I
That
just
was
don't think it's very complicated.
your fridge argument was less convincing than your I don't fuck spiders.
Yeah, you can't be trusted on refrigerators. How is anybody going to take you seriously when you say you don't fuck spiders?
Yeah, dude.
You guys are just full of flies.
If you could have...
Oh,
Oh,
So
right.
you're going to stick your spiders on us? That's a threat.
I don't have any spiders to stick on you, goddammit.
If you could have at least admitted there was some wiggle room for debate on the fridge, you know, then we could maybe believe the spider thing, but,
Uh-huh.
you know...
You were adamant that we were wrong.
Yeah, that guy just had an accidental
still faked
spill
us down.
into the refrigerator.
That's true.
You're all
What do you
all
mean?
Crazy.
No. Everybody
You're all
on the
crazy,
Silent
man.
Hill forum believes that Eddie killed that guy and stuffed him in the fridge.
That's what all those analysis videos you said you watched probably said. You just glossed over it.
Like fucking the spiders while they were going on.
Yeah, all those videos say Sage fuck spiders. You're like, no, I don't do that.
Dude, no, not one goddamn video on the internet says anything about me fucking a spider.
There's a song.
Yeah, that's true.
On the internet.
That song is your fault. Okay?
It's not just on our phone.
I I mean,
Also, why do I get all this shit about gnomes when Sage has a swinger gnome on the doorstep right now, inviting middle-aged men to come have sex with his wife? Like,
First of all, that is the downstairs neighbors. Second of all, if you say it belongs to this place, that's also Michael's now.
oh,
No,
you guys got gnomes. It's
that gnome
whatever.
predates. That gnome was before.
It predates me.
Well, I don't.
That
I
is
don't.
my.
I
That
don't
is
know
entirely my sister's now.
I don't
I'm
know.
not-
I don't
no.
know that.
Yes, you fucking do.
So, Sage, what happens when these dudes come up to your door and they come in?
That
and
doesn't happen.
And you have like a normal
It's
wife.
not a thing.
Like,
Hey,
fuck,
you're
this
the
seems
one
like
that
a
told me
spider
that the
on the
only
bed.
reason,
Do they get weirded out, or are they into it?
to put a gnome in front of your house is you want random guys to come and fuck your wife.
Yeah, and I didn't put it out there.
It's a spider.
How many spider gnome orgies have you had?
None.
He does this little concerned. Just
I don't
like,
think it'll be noticed. You can definitely stick it around the corner.
This is pretty goddamn funny.
how come the dog's head has like a little butthole?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Oh, cats have those little buttholes, and
Their head?
yeah, they are little buttholes. You know. Or cats can be little butt heads, you know. So
Yeah. That's a dog, man.
I wish there had been like an epic shot in the game of like the heads side by side, like versus and like up to Clash poster, you know. Win today, Doghead.
Doghead beats Pyramid Head.
Yeah.
So you can't even see his face in the helmet too most of the time because it's so dark. So it does just look like a giant dog head.
Yeah.
Wait, they're out.
Very dirty handkerchief. Let's set it down.
He's sending pictures of female wrestlers now.
Oh,
that's-
that's pretty
people.
typical for him.
That's when he starts breaking down. He starts doing it.
He's probably upset that we haven't been responding
Said he agreed with me.
about what. What?
I made eye contact with Link and then I looked over, so then he kind of got concerned and looked over too. Like, what's going on over there?
Lay down. Lay down. Good boy.
Can I ask you one more question about your interpretation of events in the fridge?
Sure.
So you're saying he like fell on the top shelf, and then somehow the top shelf got on top.
I'm saying,
Because to me, it seems like he fell on the top shelf, and you're saying like it bounced out of the fridge and then like magic carpeted back into a slot, kind of.
Are you saying there's some sort of like transwarp anomaly in the fridge that caused the metal rack to phase like out and back into like its space on top of it?
what I'm saying is that during a violent struggle, he was pushed. And at the end of that violent...
the shelves.
Yes.
How? What kind of struggle was that?
One that was violent.
Was he like pelvic thrusting him into the shelves? Like
Pushed during a violent struggle.
How'd he get so low?
Yeah,
Because he was being pushed and murdered.
but
Was he like kneeling and then he got pushed into the fridge?
yeah, that doesn't make
Possibly.
sense.
Why couldn't
That
he have
wasn't your story
just?
first.
Why
Your story
couldn't he have
stands
just been murdered and then shoved in a fridge?
Yeah.
You're acting like that's such an unreasonable like interpretation of events. That's what Silent Hill fans think happened, dude.
That he was put into the fridge after dying.
Yes. That he was.
That's what I said
That he was
to begin
Eddie's first
That is
victim,
something
and
they all
that he was
post.
shoved in the
Who put that
fridge.
idea?
yeah, when you questioned what I said the first time, then I was like, oh, what are you just like happily die, commit suicide inside the fridge? Like,
No.
I'm just glad you guys were here to back me up on that one.
All crazy.
Somebody's got to talk sense into these spider fuckers.
I know, right?
Yeah, so I think they're the worst kind of person, Spider.
Pop an M on that door so we know it's full of moths.
You gonna feed those to your girlfriend?
Nope.
You ever bring her just like a bouquet of bugs?
No. No, it's not ever happened.
When it's Christmas, does she make you a stocking? Put it up in the fireplace.
No.
With your dick still.
Nope.
You ever tell her to like get dolled up because you guys are gonna go out and pull bark off the good grub tree tonight? Hey Ulysses, thanks for bringing attention to Sage's spider fucker.
No problem.
So is it Ulysses I have to blame?
Yeah, when did you first notice it was a epidemic that was going on?
When did you first decide to make it the fuck up?
It was definitely before Sage started putting up desperate posters around town looking for
Oh,
spider.
yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I saw your posters. Sage.
I think you need to hire a better artist.
I didn't hire shit. Coming at me.
I'm so glad you were right about that, Michael. I was ready to defend you no matter what because I really didn't know Sage.
Well, thanks. That was good enough.
I had no idea what to think, but I realized, oh, that's awesome.
You guys are living in a different universe.
Dude, it's the most
obvious. That one is literally the most obvious thing I could imagine. Somebody put the guy in the fridge.
He'd be a terrible crime scene.
The first thing I said when you asked me was that
I
Eddie
think he
killed
fell on this knife.
and during a violent struggle, he got in the fridge.
Yeah, I just wanted.
During a violent struggle, he was pushed into the fridge.
Yeah,
No. Sage said he got in the fridge.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's what I
I'm not
do.
sure why you
That's
did
what
that
I
on the
do.
hill.
That's what I do when somebody's trying to murder me. I crawl halfway into a fridge and finish the job.
I mean, I specifically said he definitely did not do that to himself.
I was just very hung up on the physics of the whole situation.
I know you were.
But we kept interrogating you about like what happened, and like we did posit, that maybe the killer put him in there, and you shot that down. You were like, no, you don't know shit. You're delusional.
That's the explanation Michael wouldn't accept the other day.
No, that was the first thing. I was like, he died, and then he got put in the fridge, right?
Yeah,
But
at the
then
same
you
time.
were saying that he violently got knocked back into the fridge.
Yeah.
That's different than being put in the fridge after he's
Yeah,
dead.
that implies that during the homicide, the killer punted him into the fridge and somehow phased
Yeah.
him through the upper shelves.
He this is Sparta the guy into the fucking fridge.
No, he just was violent, struggling, pushing, shoving, grabbing, attacking.
And he decided to crawl in under the top
He
shelf.
did not
Yeah.
decide to crawl in.
Well, then why are the top shelves on top? Then? Fucking metal shelves. They feel flying and struggle.
Yeah, dude. He should have been laying on all of the shelves. I believe the top shelf would have collapsed, but all the shelves should have been behind him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I would have bought your explanation if there weren't any top shelves there.
I'm not even being my usual asinine self where I'm arguing for nonsense because I enjoy how riled up you are. This is my actual opinion on what happened.
The top shelf is the second shooter of the grassy knoll. It is fucking. It's that unexplainable curvature of that magic bullet. It's like that top shelf.
Magic shelf.
Yeah, magic shelf. Yeah.
Seriously, yeah, it would have had to be a magic shelf.
Your explanation would not hold up in court.
They'd be like, sir, are you retarded?
It would have been like Billy Madison. They got have mercy on you.
As I said, the explanation that Michael wouldn't accept the other day was that there's no possible way that someone else could have done that to him.
I would keep questioning, why would somebody want to die in a fridge?
Right.
If it wasn't homicide, I would say, you listen.
No, I kept saying it was homicide.
He was working in the fridge, or he genuinely was very passionate about being inside that fridge and just wanted to commit suicide there or something.
No, it was homicide.
Well, homicide happened outside the fridge, and then the body got put in the fridge after.
Yes.
I mean, it was right next to the fridge.
Sure, I could buy
he
on
could
the floor
have.
next to the fridge.
Yeah. Or even killed in front of the fridge, and he kind of fell back into the fridge, like you said, and then he was moved more into the fridge.
Can we
And
go?
then have the shelf.
We cannot go back.
Can we go back to that kitchen though?
No,
Yeah,
we
can we
can't.
go see the fridge?
No, we can't.
I need another look, damn it.
Scene, damn it.
I want to see on the floor if there's blood smear on the floor, like the body was dragged from a spot.
Look, forensic
on the
schools
floor.
are going to be watching this to learn how to do their jobs, okay? So we got to do it.
Not only would I not
This is our
do it
duty as a
anyway, but
society.
it's also impossible. We've progressed beyond the area.
Let's start
Well,
with the
is it-
save file.
Isn't that convenient? Isn't that convenient that we're just in some other dimension right now?
It's
Like
I mean,
those shelves.
it feels convenient for the character.
It feels convenient for you. That's what you're.
I mean, that's what happens when you progress in a video game.
Sage saved over that. Earlier.
Yeah,
He doesn't even realize it's arguing with me. So.
Yeah, next time we play
I'm
through
just
You're
on
making a
team.
very different argument than you were the other day.
I'm just on team. The body was moved.
yeah.
That's my only contention.
Next time we play through this game, I want to look very much at the floor this time, and I want to see what the
Of course there'd be blood
Yeah,
pooling out on the
better.
floor.
Yeah, we're gonna do a blood spatter analysis of the floor.
Yeah, I want to
Of
see
course
if
there'd be
there's
blood
signs
on the floor. He was murdered outside the fridge,
Yes, but
right
you
in front of him.
determine how
Well,
he
now-
was
but
murdered
now
by the
you
way
say
the blood
that.
was splattered.
No, I
You
said
say
that the
that.
entire time.
No, you
He
did.
was killed
No.
in the kitchen, and during the
No,
struggle,
no.
he got pushed into the fridge.
You just said he was murdered outside of the fridge.
And then he fell
Right in
into
front of it, yeah.
Can this episode?
That's not what you were saying earlier.
Yes, it was.
You said he fell in the fridge and died.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can this episode of the stream be titled "The Great Fridge Conspiracy"?
Oh my god. Yes, it
Got
can
a fridge edition.
be. Yes, it can be.
Law and Order Fridge Inspector's Unit.
I don't know what Michael said last time, but he's 100% correct. Right.
Michael's argument last time was that he did it to himself because there's no way another person would have ever put someone in the fridge.
No, I was questioning how he put him.
Self in the fridge. Because he didn't do it to himself. The other guy did it to him. That's what the argument was the other
But
day.
no, but then once you threw in the factor of there being like a violent tussle, I'm like, how does a violent tussle result in him being slotted in between shelves in a fridge?
Any manner of ways. Kicking, pushing, shoving.
It would be so carefully under a shelf, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
the shelf's gonna be just fine.
I mean, the shelf wasn't just fine. It was
He was on
completely
top of
removed.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it was completely
just fine.
knocked out of his
Body
slot.
was under it.
It wasn't just fine.
the
The shelf
shelf,
was not just fine.
the top shelf,
The shelf was barely distant.
Yeah.
it wasn't even disturbed enough for the stuff
There
that
was
was
still,
on the
yeah,
shelf
there was
to come
still,
sliding
there
up.
was
Shit
still
would've
shady
fallen
meat
across
on
the
it, dude.
floor.
There
Yeah,
was
out of
still-
like 7, 8 shelves in a fridge, 2 of
there's-
them weren't completely out of it.
Okay, most fridges have.
What fridges are you using?
Which
fridges
the only
are
fridge
you
that are
using?
nice?
Open up the fridge in there. There's like
Are
6
you, are you
There's like
counting the
8
fridges
shelves.
in the doors?
No,
2 to
just
3.
the shelves in the fridge.
There are 2 to 3 shelves in a fridge.
Yeah, I think
Well,
that's
fridge you got.
Like,
Not in my fridge.
No, we have at least
I
2
will go.
shelves.
Oh, I get that.
Yeah, somebody please take a look.
No, there's more.
Goddamn.
I think there's more than 2, not less than 2.
You said like 8.
Like 6. 6 or 8.
We're gonna get to the bottom of refrigerators next time.
Oh my god.
I question why who even invented refrigerators?
How many shelves we got?
Got 5, but it's a side by side, so it's up from the floor.
Oh.
I'm talking about like your basic like
one door fridge?
yeah. One door fridge, 2 to 3 shelves.
No, not yes.
Yeah.
That's definitely not the case.
Well, what? Tell me how that's not the case.
Well, what are the size of the shelves?
Like in like the
Are they like really big or are they small?
well most fridges have 2 crisper drawers, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's normal.
2 crisper drawers and then 2 to 3 shelves.
Right, but you're talking like 2 to 3 of like normal, like the same size going up in a
Yes.
row. Yeah. Okay.
What are you
I'm
saying?
not
that
talking
there's
about
only
the
ever
shelves
one
in the
shelf?
door and stuff.
No. I'm saying that not every fridge has 3 of the same size shelves. There's plenty of fridges where they have like
Okay,
2
but
or 3
that fridge
of the same.
was those.
No, it didn't, because the
Standard
ones that
fridge
were on top of
has small
him
shelves.
were like small little shelves that were like up in the top corner. Those were not like full big sized shelves.
There was a big shelf
What
on
was
top of them.
was the full shelf.
Yeah,
It was absolutely
It was a big
Go back and look at that
You literally can't go back,
God
Michael.
damn
That's
it,
so
Dave.
convenient for you right now. You can just pretend that it wasn't actually a fridge. It was a meat locker.
No, it was a fridge.
It was one of them 35 shelf fridges.
It was one of those fridges with also a
Well, now you're just being ridiculous.
Yeah, like was it
Now
fucking
we're
Narnia?
ridiculous.
Yeah, was it fucking Narnia inside that fridge? I mean, come on.
the lion, the fridge, and the wardrobe.
You guys are crazy. I'm telling you.
What the hell, dude?
You keep on making arguments that are nonsense and then like turning it back on us like we're retarded. You're like, didn't you know fridges have infinite shelves?
And I'll tell you, even if that fridge had 72 shelves, just like when it blows up and goes to heaven, that would explain why there would be 2 shelves on top of where he was when they were at like shoulder height, maybe chest height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my favorite stream.
You just keep saying like Opti shit. You're like denying the layout of a fridge.
I think Abdi has even counted as high as 3, the shelves in his fridge, you know.
Trump said he would get rid of violent video games.
Oh,
Good luck with that.
Yeah,
That's definitely not happening.
I think you should start getting rid of fridges in video games at this point. The way Sage
Less violent fridges in video games.
Yeah.
People are saying fridges have 8 shelves.
Everybody knows that the best fridge is a fridge with a lot of shelves.
My fridge has the most shelves, more shelves than any fridge has ever had.
There's so many fridge shelves in my fridge that I can't put anything in it.
Except corpses that I stuff in between.
Tremendous shelves.
They can stand up to murder.
But no, Trump's not going to ban violent video games. Even if he had
That's
the
a talking
motivation, he
point.
wouldn't bother doing it because there's too much. The games industry would bother him.
Yeah, the corporations would just be like, oh, how much for that to not happen? Okay, blank check.
Gaming
Right.
is just too entrenched now.
And lucrative.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's a global industry.
They might ban foreign games.
Like what games?
Foreign games.
Oh,
Up the tariffs on it.
yeah, I suppose that could happen.
Well, good point.
But at the same time, it's everything's so digital now
Yeah.
that like, would you really be able to like maybe you could maybe ban like the shipping of like or like with tariffs you could get like a bunch of physical versions like banned or just not released by making it so expensive to import.
I also
them, but
kind of
you
wonder.
can't do ship with physical or I mean digital
Yeah.
stores.
I wonder how like video games are considered as like a download video game is considered because every game company is going to have a U.S. subsidiary.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that would be considered like because it's like if Volkswagen makes a car in the U.S.
Right.
and then sells it in the U.S., they don't pay a tariff even though they're a foreign company because they have an American subsidiary. So I don't know how that would be.
That's just one of those things he says because it appeals to others.
Yeah, he was probably in front of some like evangelical audience or something. He does that.
The other reason
Like,
he wouldn't do
shit
that is
out.
to lose his intel vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true because they love violent video games.
I still don't know how James knew that there would be something in that disgusting toilet.
He's like David Bowie.
He's just taking chances, I guess.
It's like,
That's his German anthem.
He's like, well, if I get sepsis, I guess whatever.
yeah.
I mean, if you've been through a house full of lethal or stuff, it's probably not so bad.
Right.
Seems tame compared to.
At this point in the game, I was also asking Sage if he could please check every fridge that we come across.
In case
just
they
to
all have
see-
bodies.
Yeah.
I mean,
Then we'll
right
know.
there.
Say, okay. See, we're clear on that one.
Okay.
Look,
How many shelves? How many shelves are in that fridge?
shelves.
Yeah.
2 actually.
Oh, even less.
Yeah. I mean, it's a different fridge.
But they seem to be on the same design throughout most of the building.
A lot of apartment complexes will have the same.
Yeah, standardized equipment.
Buy in bulk, like Diddy and Baby Oil.
So, that might have been
Yeah, see,
different.
that shit's getting more of those allegations keep coming up.
There's some lawyer with over 100 people now.
Apparently, Kanye's. There's like video of him like drugging and raping his like assistants there
Right.
or something. Supposedly, allegedly. Say that that's like for sure.
Sure.
I'll put that allegedly. Yeah, it really was like the Epstein music.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it seems to be.
Hopefully, there'll be more like actual consequences for people who are involved. For the people who are Epstein.
I mean, you'd fucking hope so, but it does not seem to be the usual way things go. I think they're more willing to burn celebrities than politicians.
Oh,
though.
for sure. Yeah, like a lot of those people on Epstein Island, they can't burn those people. Like you've got like billionaire hedge fund managers and high-ranked former presidents, but they're willing to throw celebrities under the bus. They've done it before.
But don't we kind of know that Clinton was there and stuff like that?
Yeah, but you think he's being held accountable for it?
He's not been in court.
Man, these old politics. Kamala's got to get rid of some of these old politicians. man.
Risk getting arrested to play Silent Hill too?
Yeah.
I don't think so. No.
I guess that would depend on how high the risk is. You know, like if we're just talking like regular old piracy, like, we can do that. If we're talking,
You wouldn't steal a movie.
if we're talking about like the FBI is going to be like monitoring everybody's house to make sure that they're not playing a video game that has too many blood effects, that's a different story. But.
I mean, if the law is telling me I can't play like fucking Prince of Persia, I'm gonna be like, fuck that. Let's play Prince of Persia. I mean, that is too much of an abridgment of freedom, I feel like.
Some of those things are going to be impossible to get rid of for one of video game laws. It's like, what are you going to do about the Doom modding community? That shit's been around for like almost 30 years at this point. Actually, I think it has been around for 30 years. But like, it's so entrenched and so widespread. It's like you'd have to block off the entire internet.
Well, so many people have the individual tools just on their own computers. How do you do anything about that? How do you go and like take every single person's laptop away from them that has the downloaded mod files?
Yeah, good luck. And if you can't do anything about Doom, like, then by the same token, you know, what are you going to do about any other game?
You gotta balance it out.
Yeah.
You
I
just set the
haven't found
precedent.
the other one yet. Let's see, what room?
You're not gonna balance it out.
I still need one
Oh,
more
you-
thing. Yeah, I only have one of the birds. So I must have walked through this room and just not picked it up.
Pretty cool.
Link, you're fine.
You get caught with violent video games, your hard drive death penalty. That's going to be a lot
They
of
can
dead
try.
Americans.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the motherfuckers can try to kill my ass.
I guess when you have robots doing your jobs, you don't need that many populations, so you can just make the death penalty apply for every crime.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess that's true.
Who knows, man? That's where we'll go.
They get us down to like captivity population. Robots can go to the zoo. Mommy, I want to see the people.
Huh.
Yeah. I feel like humans would generally be one of the more boring animals unless you're seeing them beef with each other, yell at each other like people at the train station or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I can just see it. You know, the robots walking by the exhibit, and they're like, "Damn it! All the humans are asleep."
Right.
I mean, sometimes the train station is a show.
Sometimes the human throws shit at the robots.
That's the thing. We wouldn't need to. Is we just keep the trains running. We just put everybody in the train cars.
That's true.
That's true. Yeah.
New York subway. That'd be a hell of an exhibit. That's the twist somebody needs to do on like the Snowpiercer type movie, where like instead of the giant sci-fi train, everybody's just living in the New York subway.
For sure, for sure. That'd be a scary ass place.
This room
I guess
had
it's kind of
that.
like the Metro game.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if I've seen the Metro.
They're like these Russian games about people basically just living in a subway system.
I think
Sounds
you might
very
have seen
impressive.
the trailer for like the VR one when we watched
Was it
like the most
game?
recent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a
Series.
VR
I thought you were saying it
version.
was a reality series.
No,
in
no.
Russia.
No,
There are actually
no.
people living in the subway system in Moscow, but you know.
Oh.
I mean, this is like, you know, a sci-fi post-apocalyptic setting, as opposed to like a normal post-apocalyptic setting in Russia.
Right.
Yeah, I thought you were saying there's a thing called like the Hunger Games called the Metro Games in Russia that was happening right now.
That
And I
would be
was like,
interesting.
I buy it. I believe.
Oh, goddamn! It was right there.
Does that figurine really look like a pigeon?
Kind of.
Okay. I guess it's bad.
You guys want to sleep on that?
Little charbroil.
It's kind of what I started imagining those fetus mushrooms or placenta mushrooms would look like in color.
Yeah, that Uzumaki was pretty creepy.
Yep. That show's wild, dude.
It is a weird job.
Like I would say, no other anime I've seen has done as good a job at being like effectively just creepy. And
like
Yeah.
actually giving you like a genuine horror vibe.
Like straight up unsettling. Yeah.
I think it could definitely like it typically can be hard to do with animation for sure.
I do think keeping it black and white was key.
Yeah, that's to me that's like one of the best decisions that they could have done.
Yeah, there aren't that many like really memorable horror.
I mean, there might be some that I don't know about, but
Like,
from the stuff I've seen, yeah.
like I feel a lot of anime will have creepy moments or moments of body horror just within like just.
But they're not really horror, man.
No.
Yeah, like the whole thing might not really.
And I feel like a lot of anime that kind of ventures into like horror, almost like
Attack on Titan's a good example.
yeah. I mean,
It's got so many
there's
other
that.
things going on.
I was saying even like your typical kind of like horror cliche stuff, like they end up being pretty unserious. You know, like a lot of time,
they're
it's
Any overly horny character and down to that.
Not in the first 3 episodes, no, right? I mean, the aliens and the ghosts
The
do want
aliens
his
were
dick.
fucking horny.
Yeah, the aliens and the ghosts want his dick.
I'm James.
So I mean, I guess the villains of Dun are kind of horny.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
What do they want dick for?
We don't really know.
I'm not
They
sure.
just
what
do.
your
It might be
plan
like in
is.
Futurama. Where they're going to use it as like an
There's
aphrodisiac
so
on their
much.
salad or whatever.
James is like, let me try to convince you that life is worth living while I wear this giant
Easier just to run.
I mean, the audience is going to be like Alex horny for the grandma character.
Yeah.
We.
I'm good, dude.
Me,
Good and horny.
Nope.
you,
We're to go for that gilf.
we're all the same.
I still don't know how this guilt thing got transferred onto me.
Dude,
You
you
have
love the
actively
gills.
admitted, like you actively talk about how much you love gills. I don't care
Are you
for older
afraid?
ladies. It's not really my bag.
Just like 50s and 60s. Or...
No,
Cut off at 75 or what?
no. If you're drawing a social security check, it's, not gonna work.
She could be your sugar mama.
Sugar
Sugar
granny.
grandmother.
Sugar.
Yeah,
You don't want a sugar granny?
Nah, I'm good.
Not into the sugar. You don't want a sugar granny?
Nah, dude, I'll make
Spill him.
I'll make my own sugar.
Are you going to be like a sugar
So all I
friend
know is
for
that you
a
live in this
granny?
town.
No.
No. She could provide so much for you.
You want a granny with benefits?
I provide for myself, dude. So far, so good. I haven't had to slum it up in
Figured 'cause
wrinkly
this is what we're
valleys
looking
yet.
for. How else would I know?
I don't know, man.
You're not going to go down on that Ricky Valley and start sucking up that fruit juice?
Blow the dust off
Nah,
Yeah.
when you get in there.
nah, I'm good, man.
Like an old
Yeah, make
library.
an archaeological expedition.
I'm good.
Like when they discover like an artifact in Egypt or something.
Nah.
Which is her clitoris in this case.
the person that you were looking
Are these tubes you're raising ever booby trap?
I'm good, dude.
Does she make you like warm cookies afterwards? Like,
Name's Mary. My wife.
Have you seen my wife?
You know what would have really sold us is if she was also wearing a dog head in the photograph?
She's here. She
yeah,
died 3 years ago.
I've been wearing this dog mask ever since.
Lurk avoiding spoilers. Right? No worries. We appreciate the lurk, man.
No, bro.
Don't worry, I'm not crazy.
God, I hope the thumbnail of the video is him with the head.
My mama.
Can you not choose what the thumbnail is?
Should I
Well,
go
I could go in
Someone
and
is
like
dangerous.
fuck with it and customize it a little
what you
more,
meant
but
there.
it will like auto generate from like 3 random stills.
Oh, okay.
So usually I
I
get
just slow
one
you
good
down.
one out of those 3 that it just does for me. Otherwise, I can't go in and I can like make a custom one and I can put it in
You
there
hold it
myself
for
if
me?
it doesn't. But I'm just hoping it provides a good one on its own.
No problem.
I mean, it's quite a bit of the game, the dog mask.
Yeah, I mean, it is
If I
pretty
kept
much
it,
pretty much constantly. He's the,
I'm not
you're the
sure
only one
what I
that's
might
back.
do.
He just wants me to see how hot these wrestlers supposedly are.
Oh, he does know.
That's all he fucking seems to care about. Down the CW.
Please don't.
It's like, whoa, lady, I'm just a guy in a dog mask man, trying to help out. Crazy bitches.
There's blood on it.
Probably means that somebody fell in a fridge.
Man, I'm very pleased with how that turned out.
Wait, what? I don't know anything about this.
Just some YouTube.
Oh, yeah, that guy is like, he like went on like a tirade about how like inferior Muslims are as like a species.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
And during what?
He's just some Twitch streamer that like has a large following, I guess, and
He's just kind of a shitbag.
yeah, he's definitely a shitbag.
It keeps happening. Plus, I mean, these influencer guys that do this, they never really have any real consequences.
He did get his, I think he did get his Twitch channel taken down.
Who you acting?
No, he like people have like posted like photos of like what his actual like apartment looks like, and it looks like the house from like Resident Evil 7. It's like there are photos of cockroaches crawling up and down him during his streams because it's so bad.
Dude, what the
Well,
fuck?
speaking of inferior species, like
14-day ban? Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah,
That's no consequences, barely at all. The picture Afternoon Tune is referencing that I sent to him was somebody photoshopped that guy as like an anamorph turning into a cockroach.
That's weird. Wow.
yeah, didn't like JonTron and PewDiePie, those sort of people also have their role,
They've pretty much all done something, yeah.
and they all came back right away.
Although I think this guy might have taken it the furthest out of anybody.
Oh, that's saying something. There's no
Yeah.
PewDiePie really just got in trouble for paying those kids in India to...
He also wore like a Nazi uniform on a
Did he?
stream one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like full SS with the swastika
Yeah, that
on
dude
the
was
shoulder
tough.
and everything. Like he put the full suit on.
Everybody's a Nazi.
I mean, when somebody puts the entire costume on, that's, taking it pretty far.
I just remember PewDiePie getting in trouble for paying those kids in India to read a script or whatever.
What's the drama around Desmond Gold now?
He, basically called, Muslims, not people, essentially.
And apparently lives in an apartment in Silent Hill.
Yeah, I mean, it looks that fucking bad. No, that guy's gross. Yeah, no, it's kind of what you expect from him. Go into this room full of moths. I just remember seeing the picture of him, literally, with a cockroach crawling up him, and he's just like, what? It just seems like not a big deal at all to him. Like, oh, that's normal. Just have cockroaches crawling on top of you.
A regular occurrence.
Yeah, that's just typical. It's just life. It's totally how
I
things
think
are.
really thinks he gets to call anybody else.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Is when you live like this, you're gonna call anyone else inferior in any way. I'm not gonna count this again. I'm just gonna go look at the picture I took last time. Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm sure he'll have all kinds of people backing up. But,
Oh, I'm sure people are already doing that.
Cockroaches are people too.
They pay rent.
I'm not okay with that.
They might pay more rent than has been told, though. That's stupid. That dog.
It's definitely the way that this channel has to stream this game.
Just check art filter.
What did you say?
Just check art filter.
Yeah.
It's kind of Silent Hill's vibe in general.
I guess it.
Now, is it a spoiler to ask, like, what the red envelopes, if that has any
Oh, what the save
significance?
points? It's one of those things that I don't think the like symbolic significance of the way the save points has ever been like totally explained.
Okay.
I think people have had a lot of guesses,
Sure.
but I don't think the like creators have ever actually been like, this is what this means.
One way or the other.
Whereas they've come out of their way to kind of talk about some of what like the enemies mean and stuff like that. Also, Alex and Ulysses, I don't know if you remember this, but this little room here was where the Pyramid Head boss fight was in the original.
Yeah.
You just go pew pew
Yeah.
pew pew, and that's like the entire fight. Let's see. I'll do this way, I think.
Yeah, it's honestly sad watching that boss fight now from the original game.
Yeah, no, it's like, yeah, it's not. I mean, even when the original came out, the weakest point was the boss fights.
That's something a lot of people don't.
I mean, Resident Evil 1 was considered to have great boss fights at the time.
Yeah. But there's also another way to boss fight.
Yeah. No, that's definitely true. Yeah, I guess I hopped off. Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Ah!
No, you're 10, dude. Good.
Well, luckily I literally have been using the gun outside.
Did Pyramid Head have that, like, reddish hint of rust on the...
Yeah, that's in fact in the original. He's not even referred to as Pyramid Head right away. He's just the first time you encounter him, he's just referred to as the red pyramid thing.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's a line of dialogue in the original that I think made sense to cut as well, because when you go meet Eddie and he's like throwing up or whatever, James is like, "Are you friends with that red pyramid thing?" And Eddie's like, "What?" He's like, "What are you fucking talking about?" And it, like, yeah, that's like a line where I'm like, "Yeah, that made sense to cut that." I don't know why you'd ask if this random guy's friends with this monster.
I don't know. I mean, don't a lot of people have red with that?
Do they? Doesn't seem like a common.
Maybe you're just not making the right
thing.
friends.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
lot of people have the murderer knock them into a fridge during a scuffle.
I mean, they don't have them do it.
Fridges don't kill people. People kill people with fridges.
They didn't kill him with the fridge.
No, the fridge is just basically.
Try to tell me that the fridge is what ended that man's life.
That was not my argument. That was your argument.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
You said the guy fell in the fridge and died. That's what you said.
I said Eddie killed him.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You
Okay,
just-
now you're making shit up.
No, you didn't.
Now you are making shit up.
You did not say.
You are making shit up.
No. You didn't say anything about
Yes,
Eddie
I
killing
did.
him until after I read that on the Silent Hill forum. You
We
said
had this discussion about Eddie killing that guy when we played the original.
he fell in the fridge and died.
That is not what I said.
I'm not-
What you said.
You are
Wow,
twisting the shit out of my words.
Everyone in this group is gaslighting me
Oh my God.
of Silent Hill.
You are twisting my words so hard.
He doesn't fuck Spider.
To know. Sweet dum-dum like you doing here anyway.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm not
That's
just
not
trying to
very
take Alex's side in this, but I also
Parents
thought that's
teaching
what you were
matters.
saying the other night. That he.
That was your argument.
No, I swear to God.
My argument the entire time was that Eddie murdered that
The
guy.
way you presented
Yeah.
your argument today sounded like you're saying he fell in the fridge and died all by himself.
This is definitely not what I said. At no
That's
point.
what it sounded like to me.
It sounded
That's
like to
weird
me.
too.
You guys are just making shit up
what
or
was his
hearing
argument you
I'm
hearing
trying
what
to
you
remember
want to hear.
Exactly. It's changed so many times. You know?
No, dude.
You're like, yeah.
Goalposts on wheels, dude.
Yeah, his argument was that he fell in the fridge somehow. I don't think he specified if he was killed or if he just fell over.
I definitely specified that he was murdered.
You specified that he fell in the fridge, which is impossible based on the
Yeah.
location of
All
the
laws
crack.
of physics.
Yeah, we talked about the shelves.
The shelves bear us out.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
There's no shelf that would support you in a court of law.
That
The
shelf
shelf,
is- those
the
shelves-
shelf doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Oh, it's old.
Fell in the fridge and died.
That was never, ever what the argument was. Again, the whole argument was that Michael couldn't believe that he didn't do it to himself.
Mary?
No,
That was your
I couldn't
argument.
believe how he fell in the fridge. I couldn't believe the physics of it. That's what I kept questioning.
Yeah, and so me saying that Eddie did it to him, and then you were like, but he had to have done it to himself.
Not.
No, he had to have done it in such a way that the shelf was
You look
put
like
back
your
on top of
girlfriend.
it.
My argument was that Eddie did it.
Wait.
Okay, I think I believed you even then that night
You could be
that
That's-
Eddie did it.
That's definitely not how you worded it at the time.
Well, for an hour I was throwing out different ideas, trying to figure out how else it could have happened.
confused.
All of them involved him doing it to himself, though.
Hey,
Well, it just seemed
where
like
are you going?
he would have had to have been fit very carefully. It seemed like you were saying it was an act of a murder of passion.
Yeah, that's absolutely what it was. Yeah.
Said it was a murder of passion,
Yeah, it wasn't premeditated.
I got a letter.
and it just sounded like he ended up in a fridge during a murder of passion.
Which is
Like,
impossible.
No, he definitely was in the fridge because of a murder of passion.
Well,
And Eddie killed him.
Eddie wanted to clean up the body afterward by stuffing it in the fridge, but
She
failed
said
in
she
the
was
attempt.
waiting for me.
That's a better
Oh.
way to word it.
Okay.
That's a better way to word it.
Let's hear.
So you're going to try to argue with me there with the little hand motion there?
No, that's a good way to word it.
Okay.
I like James trying to get it with his dog mask. Right?
How much game do you think you have to have
Is this
going
your
on
husband?
wearing that mask?
Yeah.
Well, no,
a good question.
she's trying to get it.
That's how much Riz he has. The dog mask.
The dog mascot.
Yeah.
Silent Hill, skibbity Riz.
Something. I can't quite.
Hey,
You promised you'd take me to that town again someday, no
I think I
cap.
might know.
So,
Not far from here.
What kind of place?
It's a place for people like me.
Special. I can show you if you want. Unless you have somewhere else to be. Something else to do.
Maybe my job in the fast food industry where there's fucking
Twirling a sign out on the corner of a fast food store.
Come on. It's this way.
You're coming with me? Can't you just tell me where it is?
You're just gonna leave me here? Alone?
I mean, I don't have another one of these masks.
Yeah. How could you go out in public looking just like that?
Because I remind you of her. You loved her, didn't you? Didn't you?
Alright, just...
The headset on top of it, too.
I know.
So it's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, also comparing, that whole apartment sequence to the version in the original.
Mm-hmm.
How fast that went by.
Right.
Pick it up.
You can't be grinding into rats like that.
Yeah, I'm a dog, so.
No.
This kind of is a furry thing.
I mean, I hope not.
Here.
This place we're going to...
Furries, stay out of
What
here.
is it exactly?
It used to be kind of a special place.
Wow, they're gonna have like 500 subscribers.
No. Give me money, but no.
They're going to be in the chat every day going, make this a furry porn.
Well, you're not getting any of that.
Who would you rather have for subscribers, furries or spiders?
You call those spiders?
There.
Does that make you a furry?
No.
Some spiders are pretty hairy. Do you like a spider that's generally hairy or just hairy down there?
You ever stayed in a place like this? The walls are so thick
Spider
you can
muff.
hear everything.
Spider muff.
Yeah.
God damn it.
You like a clean spider muff?
You ever make like a
Don't like Spider Muff. Definitely gonna just say
But
a big no on all Spider Muff. None of that, please God.
How big of a bush do you prefer on these spiders?
Jesus Christ.
You want like a Richard Roundtree after.
Cozy.
This room. There's something wrong with it. I think we should leave.
Oh, loosen up, James. It sure beats running around.
yeah.
That's this is the motel room the characters stay at in Silent Hill 3, and that is the hat one of the characters in that game is wearing.
That's from
That's a reference.
that guy in the fridge is Indiana Jones cosplay.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Even the Indiana Jones theory makes me.
Hey.
The way that Ulysses described it, does that make sense to you?
What was Ulysses saying?
Ulysses, can you describe it the way you described it?
That somebody murdered him, and then afterwards attempted to hide the body in the fridge and did it.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying the whole time, right, Ulysses?
Yeah, that was our initial.
That was the hard.
Michael's argument was he had to have done it to himself.
No, that was just like what I started throwing out there.
But that was your argument.
No, I literally never said that.
I prefer
Not
the door
one
next
time.
door, thank you. Not really dressed
let me
for
see.
burglary.
0 4 5 1 0 4 5 1.
How many lights
Hey.
are supposed to use?
You think I'd look good in this one?
That's the old one.
Yeah, that's the Christina Aguilera's outfit from the Teen Choice Awards
Definitely
2000.
endorsement, but hey, I'll take it.
It is a weird book.
It definitely tells you how much a product of its time the original game was when they just were like, what's Christina Aguilera wearing? Put that in the game.
Yeah. I'd rather Christina Hendricks myself.
Fuck yeah.
Maybe 20 years from now, you can't get the movie for the oldest two outfits.
Then she'll be old enough for that.
God damn.
Are you into GILF gnomes?
Ooh.
Like, how old does a gnome have to be for you to be interested?
Yeah, like how gray do you want their muff to be when you're...
Like, are a gnome's granny panties big and small at the same time?
Keep you warm on a cold day out.
It's like
Yeah, wear them like a cape,
So that's what it's for.
like a nice blanket, like going to grandma's house.
You ever fucking know when they pass on top of you?
Die on top. The gnomes ever die while you're having sex with them?
Yeah, put them in the fridge.
Well, you can fit a lot more gnomes on those shelves.
You fit a shitload of them. So is your fridge just filled with like 100? Is it like that episode?
No, grannies.
Remember that episode of Hoarders with all the cats in the fridge?
Yeah.
I think he's got that, like, but with gnome grannies.
That detective shows up on that crime scene. He's like, he stuffed all these gnome hookers in this fridge, and the worst part is they're all grannies.
Jesus. Oh, fuck you guys.
Oh, shit.
It just shows you how dedicated to comedy I am. I had to make that own joke at my expense.
Use the granny panties like a parachute.
Yeah, they're just kind of chittering in their little gnome language, like, "Cowabunga!" They're like floating.
Cowabunga.
What will you tell her if, when you find her?
That gnome was 2 days from retirement.
No, it's fucked.
You fucking these gnomes 2 days from retirement?
That's their final reward.
Is that the like retirement gift down at the gnome station?
Oh, like I said, man.
It's like Danny Glover
they can't
gnomes
be-
like, I'm 2 days away from retirement. I better get fucked by Alex.
I did set a hard limit on drawing Social Security.
Yeah.
Right, you only fucking they're getting Social Security.
No, they can't be getting Social Security.
You're like a
So
gnome.
you guys get them the day before they retire.
That was the
You're like a
that
gnome.
was-
You're like a gnome gigolo. So
God
they
damn
pay
it!
you.
God damn it, dude. Even when I'm willing to lean into your joke, you're too retarded to understand the punchline. You just go back to fucking spiders. Honestly. Apparently you take better than you receive.
Another way.
Is that what the gnomes say?
That's what you get, dude. That's what I see, and I've seen spiders just pinning you down. You're embarrassing, dude. You're like a bad porno. You're like, I got stuck in the washing machine. Oh no, I hope the spider doesn't come and ass fuck me.
Maybe that's what happened to that guy in the fridge.
Oh,
yeah, maybe.
Has that ever been you? Have you ever been in the fridge like that?
No, I can't say I have.
Do you pretend to be stuck in the fridge for these spiders?
I'm sure you're ass up, though.
Yeah. They're like, I don't know, I just got out of the shower and accidentally fell ass naked into the fridge and got stuck.
Those gnomes touch on a nerve there.
I was more mad that I even was like, okay, that's a solid joke. I'll add on to that one. And then you were like, what do you mean? They already get some.
No. They have to pay you their social security check.
But that wasn't even directionally where the joke was going.
That's not where your joke was going.
No, where your guys' joke was going. You were doing, 2 days from retirement and like all that. So then I was like, well, I said I wouldn't fuck them if they got so scaredy. So it's like, yeah, I got to get in 2 days before they retire. You know?
I appreciate you. I appreciate you filling in, but we're always going to take it further. we're always going to up the ante.
It's like you're going with the nose.
You broke the joke logic. More offensive to me than anything else. Plus, you sent that gnome meme to the group chat the other day, and I had trouble saying anything negative about that gnome.
Did that really make you mad?
Yeah, just because I was like,
we finally did it. We found one cool gnome that you.
Yeah, so I was like, fuck, I gotta respect that. Like,
so now you know that there is one.
Like showing up to something, showing up late to something high off your ass, dude.
Should be the most recent thing in there.
Yeah, if you're gonna
general chat.
If you're gonna show up to something late and smell like weed, like
yeah, no, that's a respectable
guy. It's a respectable guy. Yeah.
But you hate that you respect him.
Yeah, I was a little upset about that.
That no, I will not be on time. Yes, I will smell like weed.
Yeah, that's it. Alex respects that though.
That sounds like a cool dude. You heard what they said? Fuck that.
Oh, you motherfucker crawling around.
So yeah, I don't know, man. If it turns out that the reasons that gnomes never do anything is that they're high for the second time, I reconsider my stance on gnomes, I guess.
Do you think that they're more pot smokers or more like psychedelic users?
I'm cool with it either way.
They probably smoke a lot of magic.
I just feel like they're gnomes. Mushrooms make sense. You know?
Sure, yeah. I mean, shit.
But wouldn't you be outraged if they stole that thing from Hobbits? Hobbits don't sit around and smoke weed all day.
I don't really give a fuck. Like, I mean, like, my entire opinion on gnomes is gonna have to change if, like, the gnome's my plug. You know, like
if the gnome's plugging you?
Plug. Yeah.
You don't know what that means, or
butt plug. Yeah.
That's a butt plug.
Okay, sure.
The little legs are kicking up. Your head.
Maybe he likes it that way, because that way the gnome's like partially up his ass, but it's kicking his balls at the same time.
How's that facade of peace that you made with the gnomes going?
I mean, like, literally, I mean, that meme already made me go, like, okay, I mean, maybe gnomes are alright.
Yeah, but that song got to you.
Well, I don't want to be the Snow White of gnomes. I did not like the message that put out about me. I did not appreciate.
You've been their Snow White for years.
Beauty.
So, like, you want to be unconscious when they come at you?
You want them to do some like sleep creep shit to you.
God.
You just want to wake up covered in gnome shit.
Oh God.
Come on, dude. Keep your fantasies to yourself.
Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys.
Maria?
It looks like, I know it's like a coat that a stripper would wear on stage, but doesn't it kind of also look like Kane's red trench coat?
Yeah, totally.
I thought it was Hugh Hefner's robe for a second.
Well, I mean that fits the Kane vibe too.
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody wanted to see Hugh Hefner's throat.
True. And it was the same.
Oh, we are at the strip club.
Oh shit, that sign isn't sexy enough.
Oh, even though it looks identical to the original game.
I will say that sign looks pregnant, which is a little awkward.
And maybe a little true to life.
that is that little belly bump is in the original.
Maria?
What's from that? Yeah, you like to see you little sexy dog.
This looks like we're like looking in on someone
What?
else.
Come on, don't give me that look. I was just kidding.
It was like their 18th wedding anniversary.
Is this a special place you met?
Don't be silly. Just have to go through and out the front.
Oh, that's a euphemism for something.
Then again, now that we're here, can't we stay? Just for a little while.
This was a whole sequence that wasn't even in the
Catch our
original
breath
game.
before we head back out there.
I don't have time to take a break. Mary could be out
I'm
there.
a very serious man.
Waiting for
Look at me.
I know. It's just this place, this whole thing. It's like a nightmare. I just wanted to get away from it, even for a second. I'm sorry.
Actually, we might even end just a little bit early, just because I don't want us to get ahead of where
Yes,
me and Michael have played up to.
Oh.
It's just after 4:30, so that's
I guess this place is getting to me too.
gives us a good half hour to just kind of shoot shit afterwards. Am I crazy?
You look
You know, for
I hope that's the thumbnail, actually.
That'd be awesome.
Sitting at the bar with that.
Crazy is one word for it, I guess.
Swingers is another.
I can think of another.
what's that?
Why are Gnomes symbols?
I don't know. I don't know how that
Alex?
became a thing. Well, I don't think Alex knows.
I don't. I have no idea.
Oh,
I don't know where it
That-
came from.
Sage told me that. And I googled
Sage,
it
how
and
do
it
you
said
know
it was
that?
true, but like I didn't.
Tim told me that, I think.
Here.
God damn it, how far down did the
I
go?
want to know how Tim knows that.
I think he
What are you
found.
doing?
Well,
Something to take the edge
I
off.
think he found out, and then he told me because his mom just likes garden gnomes just for a fun decoration, and he was like, I had to tell my mom to make sure the
No?
neighbors weren't too friendly.
You sure? Fine. Be that way. Here's to
Oh, another thing about that Asmongold guy, I'll just let you guys know. He doesn't drink water.
undying.
What's he drinking?
It's like
I don't know.
It's like,
But I swear, I swear, I saw a video of him trying water, and he was like, almost threw up, and had to like grab a Pepsi and like chug it to get the taste of
Are
water
you
out of his mouth.
serious?
I'm not making that
die
up.
up.
He had to like chug a Pepsi to
That's
get the taste of water out of his mouth.
Bad, dude.
Is this dude like mauled his entire life after like being like a contestant on Cherry Spring?
It certainly comes across that
Ready
way.
when you are.
At least I don't know what you call it. Yes.
nah. Right.
Also, I'll pointed this out to Michael too when we were playing this, but the in the original, like you walk through this building, there's no actual like scene of dialogue at all. But you can like click on like one of the shelves of alcohol, and he'll make like a comment that kind of implies about him dealing with some alcoholism. But here, just her pouring him a drink, him not touching it, but like having like looking at the drink like he wants it is like a much better, more subtle way to kind of do the same thing.
You gonna dance for me, big guy?
So he doesn't drink water.
I'd pay to see that.
I think James probably drinks water. Yeah, I think we'll stop here.
Water, that's for toilets.
The water, I fucking that. He also doesn't take showers.
Ew.
Wow.
A lot of
Sounds gross, dude.
or brush his teeth.
Ooh.
How does he still have teeth?
I don't know. This is all the things I've unfortunately had to learn on the internet.
Why is he such a slob?
It was disgusting.
Why is he so popular?
I guess there's a lot of disgusting people that feel some kinship with him.
They're all slobs?
I think that's probably, sadly, more common than based on
gotta appeal to the slob demographic.
well, based on all the hoarders that there are, right?
Yeah,
That's probably playing into.
How old is this guy? He doesn't brush his teeth.
He's in his
Some people-
30s.
So I'm amazed he still has teeth.
Yeah.
I mean, look at our Aunt Lynn. I mean, she's losing teeth. Never mind.
There you go. He only drink. Because not only is he not brushing his teeth, but he's only drinking pops and sodas. And shit.
Yeah.
That is bad for you.
Like I said, man, I saw a video of him literally gagging because he tried to drink some water. He literally could not do
water.
it.
It doesn't even taste like anything. It's just water.
No, he couldn't handle the taste.
Okay.
That's insane.
All right. Well, we will be back with more Adventures of Dog the Bounty Hunter next week.